If you've ever heard someone say, but what about black on black crime? We've got you covered.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Oh, so you care about black lives? Then why aren't you talking about black on black crime?
Yeah, why aren't you talking about black on black crime? Which is probably one of the greatest reasons as to why black people are always killed.
Excuse me? First, stop cutting her off mid-sentence. That's annoying and it ruins the flow. You've been making videos for how long and you still don't know that? Secondly, being a smug shit isn't entertaining when you just made a very, very baseless assumption. Black on black crime isn't one of the greatest reasons blacks are killed. It's a reason, but it's not the greatest. Speaking of which, that statement sounds familiar. Huh, wait, where have I heard that before?
So you care about black lives? Then why aren't you talking about black on black crime?
Well, I mean, it does seem to follow that if black lives actually do matter to Black Lives Matter, then they might care about the single greatest source of black people being murdered.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
This assumes that the black community isn't worried about gun violence, which isn't true. For example, Ceasefire in Chicago is an organization that actually intervenes in local street and gang fights. There's even a documentary about them called The Interrupters.
I mean, that's great and all that there are groups that are actually going out and stopping all this, but what about Black Lives Matter? What are they doing to stop all the black on black crimes? Oh wait, that's right. Absolutely fucking nothing.
What the fuck? That's like me going to an LGBTQ conference and screaming out, "What about the heteros?" She just brought up a group that's main cause is to deal with black on black violence, and you just straight dismiss it. For what? So you can follow the trend and take a shot at BLM?
Black Lives Matter isn't just about the loss of life, which is always terrible. It's about the lack of consequences when black lives are taken at the hands of the police.
You know, it's a damn shame that you call yourselves Black Lives Matter, when in actuality, you don't give a damn about anyone but yourselves. All you care about is spreading a political agenda. You don't care about the biggest issues that are going on within your community. And you're not doing anything about it because you don't want to. You don't give a shit. You don't care. And that's why people like me can't stand your group. I loathe Black Lives Matter.
In rapid-fire succession, you just made 3 baseless assumptions with nothing to back up your claims. But I'll get to that after I say this. No shit. Last I checked, any activist group's main cause is to push an agenda, political or not. And Black Lives Matter is no different, so congrats for the obvious statement. And now, how do you lump every single individual that follows Black Lives Matter in the same category of this woman or anyone else? You are still so stuck on the black on black thing that you don't get that the BLM's cause is something different. It's even shown on their page.
When a civilian has committed a violent crime, they're generally arrested, tried, and then convicted. Conversely, there's a lot of evidence that it's very rare to secure an indictment against a police officer for excessive force. And an indictment is just a trial. It's not even a conviction.
I do actually agree with her on this because police officers do get away with a lot of shady shit. And I think that they deserve the same harsh punishment that any normal person would get. However, they don't. And that's complete and utter bullshit. However, when it comes to police brutality, this doesn't just happen to black people. This happens to everyone. So, it's not a black problem. It's a people problem.
Solid argument. But you lack proof, which apparently you couldn't even been bothered to look for. I mean, God, this is the perfect time to show a clip or something. Nope, you don't. You can't expect people to take you on your word without evidence to back it up.
Also, black on black crime isn't a thing.
What? I thought you were reasonable, but I take that back. You're not reasonable. So, you think that black on black crime isn't a thing, when statistically it is. In fact, here's a statistic chart that says otherwise. Yeah, you see that number? Yeah, there's black on black crimes.
84% of white murder victims were killed by another white person. But we don't call it white-on-white crime.
Yes, we do. How else are we able to differentiate the crime?
Bullshit. I have not heard ever anyone call a case between two white people white-on-white crime. Even then, when it is mentioned, it's used to deflect an argument from a BLM supporter. Show me proof otherwise of this being the case. I also love how you showed a stat sheet, first bit of proof you brought up, by the way, only for it to mean absolutely nothing because it ties into what she says next. Lovely.
That's because our communities are still very segregated. So if you have the misfortune of being the victim of a crime, the perpetrator will most likely look like you.
How else are we supposed to identify a person that commits a crime? Are we supposed to go through a complete character profile before we can make an arrest? No. We go through the eyes of the victim.
She never said that at all, Dustin. She said that if you're involved in a violent crime and you're black, it's with another black. If you're white, it's with another white, and so on. Granted, some might disagree because they live in a neighborhood with different races. I mean, the majority still lives in places that they feel comfortable in.
So why do people always bring up black-on-black crime? Because it's a diversion. They're trying to prove black citizens don't have the right to be outraged about police violence because their communities have a crime problem.
Did you ever stop and think for a second that maybe the reason why police get so much involved when it comes to the black community is because of all the crimes that take place in the black community? I mean, it's just an idea I'm throwing out there. I mean, it's obvious that in your world, black people never do anything wrong.
Wow. That sounded pretty racist. So I'll just say this. True or not, that should never excuse the use of unnecessary force from police. If you still believe that, explain Philando Castile to me.
But the truth is, black people are not more violent or more likely to commit crimes than anyone else.
But you're lying through your teeth when it's been statistically proven to be the case. Now, I understand what you're trying to say, that, not every black person is a criminal, which I agree. However, it has been statistically proven that there are more crimes committed in the black community, and it's within the black community.
Show me the statistics. I mean, since you want to throw that, show me the stats. Show proof, Dustin. Because if you can't, you're no different than the woman in this video who you claim doesn't know what she's talking about.
And that's why I have to question your movement, because is it really Black Lives Matter? Because it sounds like you're putting all the blame on the police, who are just trying to do their jobs, instead of trying to fix your own broken community.
So never mind that there's more than one group amongst the black community that has been made to combat and fix problems amongst the community. But no, let's stick to Black Lives Matter because that's the main one that gets a lot of attention. Also, the implications are pretty ballsy on your part when it comes to fixing the community. Again, you're blissfully ignorant of other groups besides Black Lives Matter that help out, but you want to focus all your attention and point the finger at them because it's the new thing to do. Not because you actually care. No, you're just parroting the same shit Sargon says because you want the views. Cancer never dies. That explains why you're still making videos.
Reality is, because of a history of institutional racism, black communities have higher poverty rates, suffer from poorly funded schools, and are more likely to be targeted by police.
It amazes me that you can sit there and acknowledge that your community has problems, yet you refuse to do anything to fix it.
Dustin, we get it. Black Lives Matter is a shit organization run by a couple of bad eggs who take things way too far. Now please do us a favor and not sound like a bigoted cunt. Grow a brain and get a new point.
Instead, you would rather go on rallies and attack cops. Instead, you could be going out there and making a difference for your community and bringing the respect back to the community. No, you guys refuse to do that.
Proof? Any proof at all of BLM members attacking cops? I'm waiting. Dude, if you're going to make a point, at least back that shit up before you start having a dick measuring contest with the man in the mirror.
Are you saying blue lives don't matter? Of course the lives of cops matter. That's why if you kill a police officer, you are rightly arrested and prosecuted.
Are you sure about that?
You showed Black Lives Matter members calling for the death of cops. Okay, that's nice. Have any video of said BLM members killing cops? No? Then congrats, scrub, another useless bit of proof. By the way, as fucked up as this sounds, they're well within their legal rights to protest and say what they're saying. Now, if it turned violent, whole other story.
Blue Lives Matter effectively lumps a profession into the same category as a marginalized group of people. Becoming a police officer is an occupation. It's a choice. It's not something you're born into. And most importantly, advocating for citizens is not anti-cop. The job of police officers is to protect and serve all communities. If that's not happening, we need to reassess and find a solution.
I agree that it is a cop's job to make sure that everyone is protected and that nobody gets killed. However, if somebody decides to threaten the cop or decides to threaten an individual, then the cop has every right to take action. And it has nothing to do with racism. It's the police doing their fucking job.
Correct. But if a police officer is not aware of his environment and does anything careless, they should own up to that mistake. Also, when you say threaten, do you mean verbally or physically? Because, surprise, surprise, there's a difference in that. Be more specific.
You're saying only Black Lives Matter? That's racist. We've talked about this before, but this movement is not saying Black Lives Matter more than anyone else's.
You may be speaking for yourself, but you're definitely not speaking for the majority that think otherwise.
It's a
Black
split,
lives should
actually.
matter, but the way that our
Half
justice
are extreme,
system, our
the other
media,
half aren't.
and our police have been
Simple.
operating suggests that they do not.
And I disagree with that notion because of the fact that there are civil laws that protect your rights. And you can do whatever the hell you want. But you also have to follow the law. I mean, that's just how it is. However, there is nobody, and I mean nobody, holding your rights.
Oversimplifying the matter at hand, but also dismissing an obvious problem at the same time. Pure talent right there, ladies and gentlemen.
It's totally okay for a movement to focus on issues specific to one marginalized group. Gay bars aren't unfair to straight people. A breast cancer walk isn't unfair to other forms of cancer. And Save the Rainforest isn't saying you hate all other trees.
Where the fuck are you getting your analogies? From the same place that you're pulling your bullshit from?
You should know, Dustin. You're getting your points there as well. She literally explained that point and used the right analogies that made sense, but no! You knows everything! Good to see you throw such things like common sense and listening out the window, all for looking like you actually give a shit about what you're saying. It's obvious you don't, but hey, A for effort.
About the white victims of police violence, there's way more of them. Yes, there are more white people killed by police officers than black people. But when you look proportionately within the populations, black Americans are 2.5 times as likely as white Americans to be shot and killed by police officers.
Despite the fact that most of these shootings, when they occurred, were because of the fact that they were armed.
John Bell was shot multiple times by police officers in plain clothes due to believing a gun was in his car, but wasn't. Eric Garner was choked to death by police for suspicions of selling Lucy's, which are single cigarettes, in front of a store. Not a single weapon on him. Amando Diallo was shot by two plainclothes officers for a case of mistaken identity and mistaking a wallet for a gun. Philando Castile was mistaken for a suspect and told the officers in question he had a permit to carry a gun and had one on him, and was shot by said officer and died moments later. Oscar Grant was shot in the back after being restrained because a cop was stressed out and paranoid about where he was. Patrick Dorisman was shot by an undercover cop, who didn't tell Patrick nor his friends who they were, during a scuffle in which they believed him to be selling dope. I'll believe that most of the cases involving black males happen to them being armed, but don't just sit there and act blind to the ones that weren't. Because of all the ones I pointed out, even Castile to an extent because he didn't reach for his legally carried gun, they were unarmed and killed by lethal force.
If an unarmed citizen is killed by the police, or an armed citizen is killed under suspicious circumstances, people should be upset no matter what the victim's race.
Yet, it depends on the circumstance. If the person is threatening somebody, or they are threatening the cop, then they deserve to get shot. I mean, it doesn't matter whether they're armed or unarmed. If they are threatening or putting lives at stake, then they deserve to die.
Dustin, that statement is why I thank God you never become a police officer. I mean, shit happens, yeah, but no one deserves to die. Like, at all. Well, good to know I can add having a soul to the things you lack in this video.
Sadly, police violence is a problem in many communities, but bringing up other victims to discredit the Black Lives Matter movement is pretty disingenuous.
Yet, I think you're the one who is being disingenuous here because you're not taking into account that not everyone agrees with Black Lives Matter, and that people want to support all races, not just black people. And this is where her video ends. So, all I gotta say is that I support all races. I don't care if you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian. I respect you as a person, and that's what people need to do. But with groups like Black Lives Matter, they don't care about other people. They only care about pushing a political agenda. They don't care about equality between all races. They only care about themselves. And they want to have power and control over everybody. Well, I'm just going to tell you this. You'll never have power nor control over me. Because I think whatever I want to think. And if you don't like it, oh well. Tough. So, anyways, this has been Hyrule. And hopefully you guys don't think I'm racist.
Honestly, with that whole closing statement, you lump every person in Black Lives Matter as this radical, unempathetic cretin, when that's only half of the group itself. And as for the whole, I hope you don't think I'm racist, too easy. Final thoughts. This was cancer. Literal cancer from beginning to end. And that's me being nice about it. It's obvious why you did this video. And it wasn't because you were passionate about it. Oh no! You did this video so you can hope and pray you get a nice little view count and go on about a topic that you've seen millions of others do and think, oh, I could do that. But you forgot one thing. They actually did research into these topics. You didn't. You easily dismiss her point about other groups just so you can make a potch out of her being a apologist, when it was mentioned and even shown on their webpage what they're all about. Deal, dear. BLM is a movement created to bring awareness and change to the black lives taken by police because, you know, that's a problem in the black community along with others. Last I checked, a group can be made to tackle one or multiple issues. There isn't a rule to that. Baseless assumptions and no you replies for every single point. There are points where you're just talking to hear yourself talk because your responses aren't even close to what she's saying at all. You get onto her for wanting people to take her at her word when you're doing the exact same thing. I can say you were talking out of your ass, but that wouldn't do it justice. You brought no proof to back up anything. And even when you did, it tied into her point or had nothing to do with what she said. And don't even get me started on how this was a shitty copy pasta attempt at Sargon's video. Interpretation is different, yes, but when it all boils down, half of your points were taken from Sargon. So not only were you lazy in bringing up proof, forgot you were doing a debunking video, and attempted and failed to be an edgy game commentator, you brought nothing new to this video that millions of others have. Yep, you totally just did this to make clickbait and get the views. And get some more lights in your room. I get your camera is shit, but at least have some more lights on or something. That way I won't mistake your eyebrow for a mutant growth that's trying to eat your face.
Hey guys, this is me, CaziPockyUsagi. I just wanted to make a really super ultra kawaii video in response to Bella-chan and Riri-chan's videos. A lot of people have been uber kawaii mean to them.
You do realize that kawaii in Japanese means cute, right? And, yeah, you're saying they're being cute mean to them? Seriously, no, if you don't know the language, quit using words because you think they fit. Stick to what you know, like English, whether you have a broken sense of it or not.
I mean, they are an inspiration to people, to people around the world. And
They're an inspiration to me because they show that I shouldn't be a brain-dead weeaboo that doesn't know what the fuck kawaii really means and just use it because it sounds cool. Yay!
And you guys are just jealous because they have really great skills.
No.
And you guys just need to stop being really mean to them because their kawaii voices is what get me through the day.
There is nothing kawaii about their voices. It's nothing but mindless weeaboo ear rape and the repeated words of kawaii desu pakacha. That's all you hear. There is nothing kawaii about it. All it is massive tons of ear rape that destroys your ears every time you hear it. What does that remind me of? Again, this is totally a coincidence.
And all you guys are like, you don't know how to speak Japanese. Well, obviously they do. They're saying stuff that is very hard to learn, such as kawaii.
Kawaii is the easiest phrase to know in Japanese because it is spammed a million times and people tell you what it is. Kawaii means cute. Good fucking god.
I mean, most advanced people don't even learn that until like 3 years into their training.
Or in 3 minutes or 2 seconds, depending on if you go on DeviantArt or not.
Anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that you all need to vote for them when they go on American Idol. I mean, it takes a lot of courage to build up something like that, and they're putting their hearts forward to sing for you guys, and all you can say is just really rude comments, and it really hurts me, and it really makes me feel just really kawaii.
So it makes you feel really cute that people say rude things about them? Like I said, fucking know the language before you start saying it. Or better yet, English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
I'm not even really sure what that word means, but
if you don't know what the word means, then why on God's green earth would you fucking say it? My God! If you don't know what the word means, then why in the hell are you even saying it? This just goes to show you that weeaboos are freaking brain-dead morons that have no idea what the language means. Jesus, y'all are retarded. And you are too. Barry-chan and Rini-chan have no fucking idea what they're saying. And they can't sing. It's massive ear rape. I'm sorry. And you obviously are trying to defend somebody and say words that you don't even fucking understand if you don't know what kawaii means. Oh my God. Just fucking Christ. I need a minute. Fuck this shit. I need a minute.
But I'm sure that the kawaii totally Desu, Bella-chan, and Riri-chan can tell me because they are great and they're amazing.
Kawaii means cute. And see that? I ain't even had to learn freaking Japanese to know what kawaii means. Why? Because I've been on DeviantArt a lot.
And you guys need to stop being haters and be lovers because all I can say is that their Death Note dub was pretty much the kawaiiest thing ever. Alright, I'll leave you with these kind words. Nevada!
Did she just say Nevada? What the fuck?
Okay. This is going to be short.
As short as my attention span?
A lot of people may have noticed that a few people who cannot seem to put anything behind them have been harassing me over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Now, I found this amusing at first, just because of the fact that, you know, you'd expect backlash from something like this.
Because backlash is always fun.
They don't seem to understand that they're fighting a battle that's already far over. Now, I'm sure some of you know of Slap Happy Gamer.
That I do.
I kinda didn't at first. I heard about her during the Shadwick stuff and the Gyro stuff, and the reason I never really paid attention too greatly to what she did or her ways of commentating was because I didn't really pay attention to that stuff. I mean, I did my part in Shadwick, but Gyro I just skipped. When it comes to other bad Sonic fans, I tend to ignore them, mostly because I myself am a Sonic fan, and I'm just so sick of everybody generalizing us as one of those types of Sonic fans.
Generalization sucks, but you can always ignore it. Kinda like what you did. So you get a cupcake, good sir.
You know, there are sane Sonic fans who don't ruin the goddamn series. You know, just like there are occasionally sane Twilight fans. I'm currently dating one. You know, don't like it myself, never will. But point is that I let her slip under my radar because I didn't care. Then I heard about the Shadowstar drama, and I began seeing videos of her and how she talked to Shadwick and Gyro and Shadowstar, and even though I saw promise in her commentary style, I noticed that she was very quick to jump over the line like so many other people.
Commentators have a line? That's new.
So many other people who now defend her and act like what she was doing was okay.
Maybe because what she was doing was okay?
Let me tell you this. If you think being an internet troll and an internet bully is okay, get a fucking lobotomy.
Wait, didn't you say that most commentators have a thing of jumping the line, yet you said to anybody that likes being an internet troll and or internet bully that they need a lobotomy? What's that word I'm looking for? Oh, wait, here it is. Yep, that pretty much sums it up. Also, isn't Brawl Fan a troll?
Because we don't need you thinking. It's not okay. You know what? Let me go to my channel and read off one of these very interesting comments from one of our fans.
There's a lot of pauses in this video.
Okay, I'm just going to name names here. The Tiger Strike. He said this. Kichi, I'm not being a white knight. I'm questioning logic.
That's funny. That's the same reaction Shadowstar gives people when they try to give them advice or logic.
By general consensus, a bully is defined as someone who picks on the weak in an attempt to make themselves feel better about their sad, pathetic life. Slappy is poking fun at people is more comparable to me and my friends ripping on each other. We do it because we think it's funny, and there is nothing really wrong with it.
Let me add another one. What Slappy is doing was called a parody.
There are just different sounds coming from our throats after all. Yeah. Okay. Tiger Strike, I'm going to say this clearly. There's a difference between picking on people you call friends, which is considered ribbing and can be fun, and bashing on people you don't know or like. It doesn't matter if they're weak or not. When you're pushing the border on people who you clearly either do not know or do not like, or both, that's bullying. That is bullying. Okay? Same with trolling. Trolling is just a form of online bullying.
So trolling is a form of being an internet bully, and if you talk about somebody you don't know over the internet, that's considered bullying too. Don't you have a friend called BrawlFan1 who trolled Meta? Wait, yeah, you do. Where's that word again? Oh yeah, here it is. You're 2 for 2, Kenchi. Keep up the good work.
That's what Slappy was doing. I mean, her last video is a video about how Shadowstar hates her and her friends and whatnot. And what is she doing? She's mimicking being Shadowstar.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Slap Happy did impersonate Shadowstar. That's what you do in a parody.
But she's not really being Shadowstar. She's being a retarded mental person with a retarded mental voice who claims to be Shadowstar, using every negative imagery of the guy she can find. That is bullying, whether it bothers him or not, or whether he deserves it or not.
It's nice to see that Kenshi's elaborating Shadowstar logic, basically saying that a satire video is the equivalent to bullying. What's next? You're going to say brutal honesty is the equivalent to murder?
You do not cross that line if you are a commentator.
Truest example of oversensitivity and taking shit way too seriously here, people.
Okay, at least if you are a smart and respectable commentator.
Even smart and respectable commentators would find this video contradicting.
So you know what? I called her out on her bullshit. And there was some arguing. And then later we got to the point where Slappy began to realize, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. I'm trying to be a good commentator, and here I am making entire videos of just mocking and bashing people for no good reason.
Yes, Slappy has no reason to mock Shadowstar in her videos or bash him, even though Shadowstar has bashed Slappy on numerous occasions, along with a few other people. You know what? Just for that.
You're a special kind of stupid, aren't you?
And don't even say, oh, well, they blah, blah, blah. There is no good reason to stoop to that level. Ever. Okay? That's it. I find it funny, though, that you're getting on my case more than any of my other friends. My friend BrawlFran1 had a talk with her, and he ended up helping in the case of, hey, you're being a bully. Stop it.
You know what I find funny? That BrawlFan1 actually told Slappy that she should stop bullying. Weren't you the one earlier that said that trolling is a form of bullying and people should not do it? Yet BrawlFan1 basically was trolling meta, so wouldn't he be considered a bully? What's that word I'm looking for again? Oh right, here it is! Congratulations, Kinsey. You're about 4 for 4 today. Here's a bag of money.
And she listened. And yet, I'm the only one getting flack here. I know why, too. It's because I was with Raushutsu, and everybody loves Raushutsu's commentaries. So, of course, naturally, your target will end up being me. I'm okay with that. You know why? Because it just shows that you are all just sad little sods.
1, not everybody likes Raushutsu's commentaries. And 2, just because you was with Raushutsu doesn't mean that they were automatically going against you. They found something very wrong in what you were saying, and they were calling you out on it. Just like how you were calling out Slap Happy on her alleged bullshit. Wait, so anybody that doesn't agree with you is basically pathetic little sods with a pathetic little mental state? Wait, aren't you kind of judging somebody that you don't know who has been calling you out? Isn't that kind of judgmental? I believe it is. And didn't you kind of get on people for talking about somebody they don't know about? Wow. Again, what a contradiction.
I don't care. I could not care less about your pathetic lives or your pathetic mental states.
If you don't care about anybody's pathetic lives, then why should you give 2 shits about Slap Happy making a parody on Shadowstar? Jesus, and I thought the Westboro Baptist Church had flawed statements.
Or what you think is or is not approvable. If you are bullied or not. What bothers me is the fact that you are being one of those douchemongers who thinks that because I attack Slappy, period, you can attack me back.
Okay, I'm going to stop the video right there because I don't want to go in further than it already is. I didn't mean for it to go 10 minutes, but hey, what can you do? So I'm going to stop the video right there.
Kneel before Zod!
Hi, I'm Twilight Dad 1989, and I got a few things to say to all you Twilight Mom 1988 haters.
Generic opening to a video is generic.
First of all, Janu.
Otaku.
What kind of a fucking messed up name is Janotoku?
Oh no, it's a white knight! And illiterate! The worst combination ever! Oh, and you also look like Zod with Down syndrome.
Kneel before Zod!
Holy crap. Don't be hating on my fiancé.
You say that like that's a good thing.
Mom 1988, okay? And I believe also you are the one who messing with my sister-in-law.
When was defending oneself in a video messing with somebody? Damn, I must be out of the times, huh?
And you know what? I don't appreciate that kind of shit either, you fucking bitch.
What colorful language. No wonder you're her fiancé.
Okay, now, Slap Happy Gamer. I don't know who the fuck you are, but you know what? You need to stay away from my fiancé.
We get it.
And her children. Okay. Psycho bitch.
Oh man, yelling psycho bitch out in the background is so funny.
Yeah, what a psycho bitch. Ugh. History Dad. You got it coming, you motherfucking son of a bitch.
Oh man, Christopher Lowell getting all mad and shit. Christopher Lowell getting all mad. And also, History Dad is still relevant? I will respond to that incoherent babbling in the background, but the problem is, I don't speak dumbass.
It's not even fucking funny.
Jesus, with these two retarded orangutans yelling, trying to overtalk each other, it's like I'm watching the Bill O'Reilly show.
You know what? And stop collecting that drunken Harry Potter crap. You know
Aw, snap, they trolling Harry Potter fans now.
My fiance and her children and her fiance, and you know what? And stop fucking bad-mouthing us.
They'll stop bad-mouthing you when you two stop making videos that make everybody lose hope in the human race.
Good fucking bye and leave us the fuck alone.
This whole argument about the Chwai mom and whatever is about as dead as their marriage in the next 2 or 3 years. Wow, I guess it's true. The internet does give man a set of ovaries and makes him PMS every 5 seconds someone doesn't like what they like. I mean, I could repeat myself and say, you know, you could just ignore this, but I would be saying the very same thing that I said every Chwai-tard or tard in general who gets on a rag because someone doesn't like what they like. Seriously, these two wouldn't know common sense if the DC sniper shot him in the back of the head, point blank.
Dillon Thomas made a response video to my vicious cycle of the commentary community. And sadly, and I mean very sadly, I called it. I had a feeling this was going to happen when my video came out. Someone was going to make a response that completely missed the point of what I was saying, and not only did I hit it on the head, it was Dillon effing Thomas. Oh joy, now I must feel the pain both Doodles, Ponder, and many others have felt, because let me tell you, Dillon pulled a dumb. So Dillon, besides the shameless plug of your Skype group off my intent, or should I say Boone's Skype group because you're dumb like that, the majority of this video was just like the alt's existence, completely pointless and convoluted. The first point bringing up how there's a difference between the now and then, when in truth, not really. The things you bring up such as doxing, getting people arrested amongst others, while there's some truth to that, it has nothing to do with what I was saying in the video. In fact, to further this, those situations were outside parties and had nothing to do with the debate at hand. Fact is, just like the alt, it was a situation where a group of people didn't like the CC and they made a split because insert flavor of the month problem here. Another issue was this idea that I, amongst others back then, called ourselves the commentary community. Wrong again. We, just like the Neo-CC name, didn't choose to be called that, nor wanted to be called that. It was a name given to us by both commentators and people on the outside looking in because people love to place labels on things for convenience sake. Also, a quick little thing, that old CC you're talking about, it didn't die, it evolved. And you yourself at one point before you fell victim to the cycle were part of that. And yet again, you don't think about that because thinking is not a strong suit of yours, from what I've seen in your videos. Oh, and thinking people would be confused on the difference between the commentary community and Leafy? Yeah, you're the only one who thought that. Everyone else pretty much knew what I was talking about. But sadly, yeah, I'm not even gonna go there. You straight up mistook a branch of the community as the whole community. Vintage Dillon Thomas, ladies and gentlemen. You came off as such a petulant child with this self-absorbed attitude, asking why no one credited the alt for anything. As if the alt itself really did anything. You question why I or any others don't credit the alt for what they did. Here's my question. What did you really do? Besides pulling an attack on Tryhard, and since you don't know them because you got your history wrong in this video, here's a quick lesson. Just like the alt-CC, Attack on Tryhard was formed because of issues they had within the community, and ultimately they died off. With that history lesson over, what have you or any others amongst the alt-CC do besides cause more drama, set over-the-top rules that no one followed, or, here's the better one, not having clear intent on the purpose of the alt-CC? Why the blue fuck should I care about the alt and what it was trying to change when they didn't know what the hell they wanted to do with themselves? The alt wasn't a group of different opinions. It was a group of different motivations. So yeah, hard for me to give a shit about a small island that split off from another small island because reasons and unclear answers. Good sir, I think the CC is horrible. Okay. What are you gonna do about it? Good sir, I think the CC is horrible. That's you and pretty much everyone else before you in a nutshell. Comparing my video to Boon's is also dumb, because the fact that my video and Boon's are two completely different things. Boon's video is bringing complaints up about the CC, while my video is bringing up the history and how division leads to nowhere. But no, let's just compare two videos about the CC that are nowhere near the same in structure and points. How do you even exist? 5 minutes of you wanting to hear yourself talk. That's all I got from this, because anything you try to debate was literally shit that was already mentioned and pointed out in the original video and goes over your head because you don't get it. That's literally a trope in every video you do. You speak out on something that you have very little info on, and you pretty much rush into something without paying attention. And since I brought up Boon's Skype group that you plugged and said was yours, look at this. Oh, look. Here's proof of how much of a liar you are. Oops. How did that get there? I don't know. It just showed up, but whew. You done fucked up, boy. You fucked up hard. Dillon, you said in your video that I became the cycle when I made my video. Well, what does that make you when you responded to something you clearly don't understand and you very clearly didn't get? That makes you the Cancer.
I'm doing a commentary on a brony commentator. Well, time to pull a TOG. Time for an avatar change. Doctor!
Alright, so I already know what you guys are thinking. Why are you doing this guy? Why are you doing a commentary on this guy? He's old news or whatever. Well, I actually didn't know about him. One of my subscribers brought him to my attention. Rye5 guy, thank you so much for showing me. He's actually got quite a bit of popularity on YouTube, this guy, and I'm surprised I didn't know about him. And I went through all of his videos, and I'm just going to do the commentary on his first one, because afterwards he kind of just repeats himself in all of his videos, so I'm going to do this one, so just bear with me.
First, let me just say that you could easily edit out all that lip smacking, those ums, and those little pauses. That's just me. Also, why do I have the feeling that this is going to be another one of those cases where, lol, this faggot has got offended by troll? Why do I feel like that? Oh, wait, maybe because that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Please explain to me how that if we're all fat, overweight men, that I'm 14 and I weigh 123 pounds, which is around the average weight for someone my age. Could you please explain that to me?
Oh gee, I don't know, maybe because he's trying to piss off a fan base? I mean, he's an anti-brony and all, so put 2 and 2 together and there you go. Blue background over white text, coming to a theater near you. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. Well, hey, I guess if anti-bronies can send death threats, I guess militant bronies can too. Am I right? Oh, and FYI, in case you forgot, which is obviously you did, those were trolls. Just wanted to put that out there for you.
You all need to die. You need to get off the face of the earth. Hell, go to outer space for all I care, just don't wear a helmet.
I've never seen a brony comment on a video saying I'm gonna kill all anti-bronies or anything along the lines of that. I've never seen anyone threaten anyone saying if you don't like this show, I'm gonna kill you. I've never seen that before in my life.
and I don't think you have either, because just like every other brony hater, you just see comments and videos that you want to see and then just say that you've actually seen them.
That's funny because I could say the same thing about you. You just talked about how you've never seen bronies tell each other to go kill themselves, but you only say you haven't because that's what you want to see. I don't know about you, but that is some dramatic irony right there.
You're acting as if that comes as a surprise. I mean, there's Rule 34 of just about every single TV show on the planet, but just because this show has a fandom about it and because it's so popular, you managed to point it out. Hell, go to rule34.com if you really want to prove your theory correctly, and look up a bunch of other shows intended for children. I guarantee you're going to find a lot of results. So, if you're really that intent on proving me wrong, please go ahead, because I'm not going to.
So, you just said you're not going to prove yourself wrong? Well, I hope so for your sake. I mean, you wouldn't want this to be a bad commentary now, would you? Oh, wait.
The animation looks like it's from Newgrounds, and that's probably where they hire the animators from. They just find some 14-year-old kid and go, you want a job making some little girl show for 25-year-olds that live in their mum's basement?
If a lone 14-year-old from Newgrounds was animating this, I'd be pretty freaking impressed.
Huh. So that's why people on YouTube have been able to recreate animation to the exact quality of the actual show.
Good buffet that's fresh and right out of the oven. Right out of the oven.
Wake up, girls. It's morning already. Rainbow Dash, why are you so awesome? Come on, Scoot. We're gonna miss breakfast. Whatever. Oh, good morning. Good morning.
Because I've seen videos on YouTube where people have made animations about My Little Pony, and it's just like the actual show.
They do. That's how probably the show was made, and that's how they animate it. And the story's not there. There isn't a story. I mean, that's not that bad if it was funny or something, but it's not funny.
Saying it has no story is pretty much ignorant as hell, considering most little kids' cartoons don't have stories these days. I mean, watch a few episodes of SpongeBob nowadays. There's no story, it's just mindless sea creatures laughing at each other, making stupid jokes for like 15 minutes long. This at least has story, which is why it stands out from all the other cartoons.
I find it funny how he's trying to defend My Little Pony from not having a story by going, well, if one show can do it, why can't this one? The same reason people would complain if Metal Gear Solid changed into a story about teaching 7th graders the English language.
They've turned it into almost like a religion. They talk about it all the time. They base their lives around some little girl show.
Again, I'd like to see some evidence, because I do not base my life around the show.
Oh, proof, eh? Let's see, proof. Oh yeah, Brony Health Group. Oh, here's a better one. Donation for the island of Equestria. Nuff said.
They have their little catchphrase, love and tolerance, but they don't follow it themselves.
If you had done your research, you'd realize that that motto was created when the show was being watched and people thought that everyone was joking when they actually said it was a good show. So they used that as kind of a defense mechanism against people who were literally like abusing the hell out of them for watching it. But now it's not a motto that I follow anyways, because I think that it's stupid. If you were to love and tolerate everybody, nothing would get done anymore, which is why it's exactly why I'm making this commentary in the first place. If I just sat back, watched your video, and said, I'm just gonna tolerate this, because, you know, everyone's doing it, everyone's just calling me a faggot for no reason because I watch a TV show. So, yeah, that catchphrase is stupid, and you really need to stop using that as an offense against us.
Love and tolerance, you say? I'm sorry, dear sir, but all I hear out of that speech is, I am a sensitive little twat! Please don't call me a faggot!
If you say anything bad about the show's creator, they send you death threats, they harass you, they never leave you alone. This is, yeah. I think I went over this. I'm just rambling on now. I mean...
if you're gonna keep using that death threats and that they harass anyone who dislikes the show, why did you make this video in the first place?
Oh, I don't know. Why do you keep making videos about anti-bronies calling you guys faggots?
They've ruined TF2. I mean, you can't go on the TF2 server anymore. There's stupid ass sprays, their avatars, you know, names. They spam their stupid ass songs over the microphone. I mean, it's ridiculous. Why do they all play TF2? Why don't they play some other shitty game like, I don't know, Call of Duty or something?
One, because you just said it's a shitty game, so obviously we're not going to play it. Two, you don't have to go on a Brony server. Just go on a server list and make sure you avoid anything with the word Brony or Pony in it. It's not that hard.
Realm, just help me out here.
I cannot tell you how many times I've come on a TF2 server where you have a guy who gets all bronied up. By that, I mean they make their username bronified by either naming themselves after a pony, naming themselves after a pony meme, or even calling themselves a specific type of horse. Hell, I've been on trade servers where people plaster pony sprays all over the walls, and Mike spam the entire match with, what may you ask? You guessed it, pony songs. You'd think this only happens on Brony servers? As you can see, people, Deathair is portraying his ignorance on the anti-masked Brony. See what happens when a guy like me actually knows how to use the word and is able to counter you with it? Now I bring you back to the regular schedule program with your host, Louden Styles. Take it away, Louden Styles.
And about avatars and usernames, if that irritates you that much, you're obviously pretty damn insecure.
They spend it all on little kids' toys. I mean, not even God's little kid toys, little plastic pink ponies.
Again, where's your logic or reasoning behind that? Just because I watch a TV show doesn't mean I'm poor because I spend all my money on the toys. I'm not exactly loathing in friggin' cash right now, but I have enough to meet my basic...
Folks, if you can take anything away from this, if you are said Brony, the last thing you want to be is some orangutan-faced cunt waffle called Epic Death Hair, who is so blind by the fact that this person by the name of Anti-Mask Brony is clearly making this video to piss off the Brony community. And it's working, because he's getting offended and mad because of what this person is saying. If you are a true Brony, the last thing you want to do is show your ass and show how much of an oversensitive little twat muncher you really are. Congratulations, Epic Death Hair. You have set an example of what not to do when you are a Brony.
They all have a disability allowance for being overweight or something, I don't know. I'm not an expert in bronies. Well, I know a little bit about them, otherwise I wouldn't be making this video.
How can I take you seriously or anything you say seriously if you just admitted that you didn't do any research on this fandom?
Oh, that's simple really, because you've been doing it throughout the entire video. Why is it always the special kids drowning in irony?
And the only things you have to make this rant off of is the stereotyping you've seen in other YouTube comments. I mean, if I were to make a rant, I don't know, let's say on furries based on comments I've seen, I would say furries are... they screw animals and they yiff all the time, but that's, I can guarantee you that's not true.
Basically the TLDR version of this. If I make a rant about furries and say all they do is yiff, I'd be generalizing. Wait, you mean like how you're generalizing anti-bronies?
I have stuff that, you know, I'm not proud of that I do, but I don't yell it out of a microphone. Hey, I do whatever. I watch little girl shows.
I've said this before and I'll say it again. We don't go out preaching it in public. I mean, I have never before in my life gone onto a random video, looked in the comments, and seen anything pony related unless it had something to do with ponies.
Apparently you've never heard of Some Call Me Johnny. Because if I remember correctly, the moment it was rumored that he watched My Little Pony, people started to put comments on his reviews about My Little Pony.
I mean, you whined about the TF2 servers. Well, bronies create those servers so that they can talk with other bronies. They're pony threads so that they can talk about them in those threads.
Oh, sweet merciful heaven. Sir, I'm going to ask you to stop because we don't need Realm Wars going on another TF2 tirade. We already know how much of a PC fag he is. We don't need him bringing it up again.
There are videos about that so that they can comment on pony videos. But it's not something that any random person is going to stumble upon unless they're looking for it. So, yeah, we don't go around in public or on random videos that have nothing to do with it preaching about it. You just go searching for it and you find it and it irritates you.
Wait, doesn't that just prove your case of bronies not preaching about the show everywhere they go false? I thought you were trying to defend bronies.
Shows, I'm sure other people don't watch the shows because they don't like it. I don't send them death threats. I don't go, hey, what?
Oh yeah, because it's not like you've been doing that throughout this entire video. For the love of God, will you just shut the hell up?
It doesn't surprise me because most of these people probably don't have any friends, but...
Where's your logic and or reasoning behind this? Where are you getting this information that bronies don't have any friends? I mean, because I'd really love to see where you're getting all this. Like, I'd love to see the source where you've gotten all your information. Let me guess, Wikipedia, right?
You're sounding pretty upset over a guy who says he has no knowledge about bronies. You know, because we shouldn't take him seriously, according to you.
This mask's getting itchy. I'm gonna wrap this up. Stop telling people about your shitty show, bronies. No one cares. And your assholes. The end.
Well, everyone, that concludes this commentary. I hope you enjoyed. And, just so you don't send me any requests, I'm not going to be doing any of this guy's other rants, unless he just so happens, which I doubt, to make another rant in which he doesn't repeat himself, but he hasn't, so I likely will not be doing him again, so please don't send me any requests from him, and I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, no, cut it, because I don't want him to ruin Ozzy Osbourne for me.
Michael Dragon 800, you are a Sonic fag.
Oh my god, Michael Dragon, you feel suck! Ah, my ears are bleeding! Damn you, Michael, and your singing! You flapped the basic it!
Hey Michael, you flapped the tap?
I'm gonna sum up his little imitation of everybody in one word. Truth.
No. How dare you not be pleased of our artwork that you requested! I'm Michael Dragon 800! Sonic Fag, Tabber, Furfag, Idiot, Stalker, you suck!
Enough! That's it! I am sick and tired of you stupid...
Well, look at us trying to be cool kids by putting big scary green eyes in our videos and sounding intimidating. Oh, the big scary green eyes are coming after us. Oh, we're so scared.
To make this video.
My apologies for my dark, angry voice. Anyways, this is Michael Dragon 800 here. Now, Michael Dragon 800, and I think it's time for me to settle this nonsense once and for all. Oh, by the way, if you don't like the fact that I'm using a black screen for the majority of the video, well, that's just tough shit.
Yes, tough shit that I don't put any effort into this video.
First off, let's start off with the first thing that the people accuse me of. Being a Sonic fur fag, because they think that I'm addicted to Sonic female characters, especially Mr. Cat. Idiots. Listen, all that shit about me being a Sonic fur fag is not true at all. Why? Because I say so.
That was just great. What a great comeback, young sir. Great comeback indeed. The cosmos aligned and the planets collided on that one. In all seriousness, though, everybody knows that you're a Sonic furry. Everybody knows that you like the female characters. It's been proven in comments, amongst other things, that say that you are. And saying that because you say so, yeah, you need a little bit more than just that. Because that was just weak and pathetic and overall lazy.
And did I admit I was a Sonic fur fag?
I never said I was a Sonic furry, so shut up and leave me to fap to my picture of Amy Rose in tap dancing shoes.
I guess all just a misunderstanding. Okay? Good. Now let's move on. Now I know many of you haters don't like my music videos, and that's fine, it's your opinion. But seriously though, if you don't like my music videos, then why are you watching it? I mean, it's not like you're being forced or anything, but come on, if you don't like it, then don't watch it. It's not that hard. I mean, yeah, you can thumbs it down if you want, but seriously, just don't watch it if you don't like it. I mean, why do you watch it anyways? Oh, wait, that's right, because you're looking for stuff to complain about, and this is one of them.
Wow, apparently you can't tell the difference between criticism and complaining. Then again, I wouldn't be surprised since you're kind of a blissfully ignorant dumbass. And if it is somebody actually, trolling you or whatever, Do not blame them because last I remembered, you dug a hole so deep that you couldn't climb out of it with a freaking spoon. So don't go blaming everybody else for your own problems that you brought upon yourself.
Trolls, always looking for stuff to complain about.
You do realize that most of them are not trolls and they're actually just trying to give you feedback so you can improve in your videos. Wait. He doesn't realize that? Well, folks, the Lord of Darkness strikes again.
Now let's talk about that one time where I requested someone to draw two of my main characters, but in the end I wasn't that pleased because it wasn't that I was expecting. And as you might expect, player people got mad at me because of it. And
I'd figured you'd be a little bit more grateful to somebody that actually made your characters look, I don't know, good.
As long as a request, I cannot criticize it. Listen, I'm really sorry about that. It's just that I really didn't know about that back then. But now I realize that I am not allowed to criticize my...
I just love how he says that we're complaining, yet he doesn't realize what he did to him was complaining. Because you bitched him out over a little detail, and I mean it's a little detail, the size of the girl's heel and how short the shorts were going to be. Now, let's not forget the fact that he made your freaking character look 10 times better than you ever could draw them. Yeah, let's forget that part, that he was gracious enough because he liked your character so much that he decided to draw them, and awesomely, I might add. And you complain over the heels not being big enough and the shorts not being short enough? You are an ungrateful little bastard. You really are.
Own requests. And I should appreciate the artist for drawing those characters for me, no matter what design she used. And now we go to the big one. The rumors about me being a tap pervert. Now many of my haters have been claiming that I have a tap dancing fetish. Now, to be perfectly honest, you might be right. But not in the way you think. Listen up. I am not some creepy pervert that stalks some tap girls and masturbates to their tap dances.
Couple of tap dancing girls and a few comments say otherwise.
I don't know how to explain why I like girls tap dancing. But
yes, everyone has their own fetish, but the problem with it is your fetish goes to over obsessive stalking of somebody.
And I think it's best to not question them, as it's just our own opinion. I will say this though, that I am really sorry for asking those tap dancing girls to do this, and you know what I mean.
At least you apologize, and I'll give you that much.
So, if any of you tap dancing girls are watching this, and if I somehow said something that made you feel a bit uncomfortable about me, I just want to let you know that I'm really sorry. But if there is one girl that actually has showed signs of actually being bothered by me and probably won't forgive me for this, it's Reiki Girl. Reiki Girl, if you're watching this, I just want to let you know that I'm really sorry for what I did back there. But at the same time though, I'm disappointed in you.
Hold up, I said hold up. Freeze! Something is not right with this. How are you sorry yet you're disappointed in her? Okay, you know what? I'll bite. Let's listen to this. This is gonna be good.
Reiki Girl, you lied to me. You told me the reason why your tap videos have been removed is due to your computer memory issues or something. But then I realized, how could you possibly lose those videos due to your computer memory issues? But later on, I realized the real reason why you removed them. It was because of me. Ricky, if you just told me the truth, if you told me that this was the reason why you removed them, I could have apologized to you about that.
Rika girl, I know it was me. I know why you took your videos down. It wasn't because of memory issues. It was because of me. I know it. But if you just told me the truth, then maybe I could forgive you, Rika girl. What are you, freaking monologuing? Of course she wasn't going to tell you the truth. You were stalking her. What did you expect her to say?
But no! Instead, you had to lie to me You had to side with the trolls and believe their side of the story.
Yes, because little did ignorant Michael Dragon 800 know that those trolls were actually not trolls and they were telling the truth. Dun dun dun!
Some girls are too scared to admit the truth. Well, guess what? I don't care. If she just told the truth, this could have been resolved. But no. She had to lie to me and side with the trolls. Shame on you, Ricky. Shame on you.
Boy, those acting classes at the local community colleges are really paying off.
Oh, Michael, why the heck are you making this video? You do know they're just a bunch of trolls, right? I mean, they don't really care if you do this and that. They just want to troll ya. Listen, there are some people out there who has believed the bad rumors about me. And that is why I have to tell them that I am not who they think I am.
Yes, I'm not what people think I am. I am the goddamn Batman.
And I hope they have believed my side of the story. I hope this is the last video I have to make about my troubles. Well, anyways, this is Michael Dragon 800. No. This is Michael Dragon 800 here saying, stop saying my name like Michael Dragon 800. Seriously, that's even worse than how I say my name, like this. Michael Dragon 800. Seriously, I can announce it way better than you guys.
I've got a very important announcement to make, and I'm making this video right now!
What, that you finally came to your senses and you realized how truly dumb you were acting, so now you're going to apologize? Or this could be another stereotypical hater video.
I'm really angry! I'm getting all these haters responding to my Looney Tunes haters video!
Fucking called it. Right there. I called it.
And people keep throwing this opinion arguments at my video! Well, it pisses me off to say this! I have the message for you, haters!
Come on, you can do it. You already set yourself up for the downfall here. You might as well say it now. Come on, you can do it.
To Chaotic Renegade! To Hodish, I don't know how you make his name up there so hard. There's a few people that posted hate comments. Mr. Dark Zone 707!
Oh, so you're going to talk about Chaotic Renegade, whoever the hell else you said. I have no idea who you're talking about. And the Dark One, not Dark Zone, what the hell. You're going to talk to them about how they're leaving hateful comments and stuff about you. Well, you know, it could be opinions. And if it is an insult or an opinion, then maybe you should, I don't know, ignore it. Not give a damn about it, not give two shits about it, but yet you're making a hater video talking about them. Brains, motherfucker! Do you have them? Oh, wait, I forgot. You don't have a brain. Your whole entire way of thinking is one-dimensional and blank.
707? And these haters piss me off!
And just like her Looney Tune hater video, she starts yelling. Let me point something out so you can get it through your thick damn head. Yelling at people does not make your point any better. It makes you look more like a fucking retard than you already go on about. And no, I'm not going to say, logic motherfucker, do you have it? Because apparently she has no logic.
I hate you haters! You bastards! How dare you steal my videos!
Vegeta, what did the stalker say about her stupidity?
It's over 9,000!
And just to add a little bit more to what I'm trying to say, Adam Sessler, take it away.
You know, if I ever said something that stupid, I would shave my ass and shoot myself.
Well said. Seriously, what were you thinking when you said that?
I'll take she wasn't really thinking for 500, Alex.
Ding ding ding! You're correct, little girl!
But I'm a boy.
Shut the fuck up!
Anyway, I don't understand you people, even including that bastard, ugly motherfucker known as Chaotic Renegade!
You are the biggest fail since an atheist tried to pose as a Christian.
Venifang X!
He's the one responsible for taking the videos! And he's got like 64 subscribers! So do you haters out there, fuck you!
You need to shut the fuck up!
Yelling doesn't do anything, okay? It doesn't do nothing, just makes you look like a complete retard, okay? You know, when you yell, you make yourself look stupid. And that's apparently what you're doing. You are acting like a 4-year-old, okay? You are not acting your age. None whatsoever. Also, drugs are bad, okay? If you do drugs, then you're bad, okay?
Also, on the other hand, there's been other haters such as Tubers93. That asshole has posted series of hate comments on my channel. Oh, and by the way, I blocked these people.
Oh, look like Tuber's got another enemy. Also, blocking them does not always help. That just makes you look like a total coward. And when I think about it, you block them and now you're making a video about them. You just pulled a GNR. Holy shit.
So I can win! I win when you block people! Yes! I hate you, everybody! I hate you all! You take away my career on YouTube!
Okay, you blocked them, and now you made a video about them. That does not help you out in any way. Just because you block people, it doesn't mean that they can't still get your videos. It still doesn't mean that they can't say anything about you, because they can. I mean, you basically set yourself up for the downfall. You set yourself up to get insulted, to get talked about, to have millions upon millions of commentaries and or rants against you because you acted completely immature. You acted like a fucking moron. You acted like you had no brain whatsoever. You acted like you had the maturity of a 2-month-old hamster. You acted completely ignorant. And for that is the reason why you got these videos made about you.
Y'all heard that stuff? Did y'all hear that? Oh my god, she let that beat drop.
Thank you. Thank you very much, young girl. You have answered that age-old question I've been dying to ask for so long. Am I a loser for being a hater to Rebecca Black? And apparently I am. Thank you very much. Wanna know what's funny? The girl that's singing to the haters of Rebecca Black is actually a better singer than Rebecca Black herself. Hey, yeah, if you want to do a video about the haters of Rebecca Black, it would be really nice if you could fix the audio in the video. It would totally work. Trust me. They have a life. They're just using 5 seconds of it to talk about how much Rebecca Black sucks. Haters are always losers. Lovers are always winners. Wow. Just wow. That is some philosophical shit right there. I mean, Janis Joplin and a hash brown high couldn't even think of some shit like that. That is some Jefferson Starship philosophical psychedelic white rabbit acid taken deep philosophical meaning right there, man. Wow, man. Just bully, man.
I feel sorry for you. 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 Each time you talk about me, each time I'm feeling stronger. Each time you talk about me, each time I'm feeling stronger. I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you.
The only thing that I feel sorry for is the fact that you're wasting musical talent on Rebecca Black haters when you could have been doing something a lot better with this talent, like, oh, I don't know, going on American Idol and actually being a better singer than most of the hacks that were there on that season.
Racism is fucking overplayed and overblown. Yeah, I said it. People make a bigger deal out of racist and racism than they should for sure.
Hopefully your video doesn't turn out to be an undermining rambling of an issue that is a series of grays, rather than bring up one particular problem and leave out everything else.
I'd even go as far as to say racist and racism, for the most part, is mostly harmless. There's enough moral people out there to keep these racists from getting government power, so they cannot get slavery to come back. They cannot get any racist laws implemented. All they can literally do is walk around and say harmless, mean slurs at people.
But what about the ones that go beyond just mean and hurtful words and start getting physical against someone who is a different color? So, this is going to be a video where he looks at the global issues half full. Okay.
Go around saying hurtful words to people. Nobody gives a fuck because they are just words. And everyone knows words, for the most part, are harmless.
Until you put power behind those said words, and then that's where it starts to get heated. Also, assuming everyone is going to not care whenever a racial slur or a hurtful word is being said is a pretty bold statement to make. Do you know how the human mind works? Or are you just speaking from you and a few dozen's perspective?
Look, people discriminate against a lot of things. People discriminate against gun owners, assuming we're all violent killers. And people assume that all Muslims are violent as well. All that's perfectly fine to everyone, but as soon as someone discriminates against a black person, who are statistically 5.5 times more likely to commit more crime than other races, suddenly it's unacceptable.
That's an interesting stat to bring up. Bigger question, where's the source of proof that it's legit? Because I didn't see it in the description of your channel, and if your stat is proven correct, then fine, there's a stat. But if not, anyone who is really thinking on this would ask you where you found the stat, is it updated, and furthermore, because, you know, people will ask this, are you detracting from the problem?
Also, some people say, well, being racist is worse than discrimination against religions, gun owners, because blacks went through slavery over 100 years ago. When a Jew gets called a Jew as a slur in a way that makes reference to when they were slaughtered back in the Holocaust, no one bats an eye. But when black people get called nigga, or, you know, the N-word with the hard R, by a person of the wrong race, suddenly it's the end of the world.
This is gonna be a long one. Okay, before I get to the N-word part, let me just say that the idea that people ignore Jews whenever they're mentioned in a negative light by someone who is a bigot is again bold to say, since if no one bats an eye to them, why do people on the anniversary of the Holocaust pay their respects to those who lost their lives? You're only talking about the minority of people who are like that. And just like those who act like it's the end of the world whenever a black male or female is called a nigger or a nigga, that's a minority too. Now, granted, from my point of view, because this is me, I don't care if you're black, white, purple, blue, or rainbows. If you call me a nigga or a nigger directly, I would have a problem. Why? Because I'm not ignorant. I'm Louden. Simple. As for the word itself, there's still a lot of dark history behind that word that black people still remember through history lessons and stories from their families or personal experience. In my case, all of the above. Words have no power until you put power behind them. And when you put power behind nigga, you'll be surprised at how much that word can hurt.
Jews were actually slaughtered for their beliefs, which is worse than being enslaved, so poking fun at their tragedies is far worse.
Oh, trying to bring an impact of one tragedy by undermining the other? Dapperton, are you willfully ignorant of American history? Because blacks just weren't enslaved, you know. When Africans were being transported from their homes to America, most of them died due to poor treatment or being killed for trying to escape back home. Then during enslavement, you had slaves who were killed when their masters felt they disobeyed them. And during the Civil War, where they fought still under enslavement and not of their free will and were used as glorified meat shields. And guess what? After enslavement, lynch mobs and Jim effing Crow. Dapperton, I think Nat Turner, MLK, and Emmett Till will have a few choice words with you.
Okay, so the worst thing you can call somebody nowadays, as we've already discussed, is a racist. So people love to attach that to people that disagree with them, to shut them up, to make them stop talking about their political views. For example, some people want to keep illegals from flooding in their country. Suddenly that makes you racist now, although it has nothing to do with race at all. Illegal immigrants isn't a race. It means all illegals. It doesn't mean a specific race, so it can't be racist.
Yet, while I can also say that there are people who will call someone racist over political views, there are people who do discriminate and act racist towards someone who is an immigrant in America, to the point where anyone that even has an accent or even looks non-American will get the whole go back to your country routine, even though they're an American citizen. Do you live a sheltered life, Dapperton?
Again, that's not racist, but people will be quick to call you a racist or a white supremacist for wanting to get rid of people who come in illegally. It's stupid. The word racist is now just a tool used by certain people to silence those who disagree with them. But it's stupid because the word racist shouldn't have that much weight or power to it anyways, because it's just someone being a dick. All I'm saying is that we need to stop attaching this huge stigma to the word racist and realize what it is. Someone just being a dick.
Racism is someone being a dick. So the KKK are Scooby-Doo villains now, huh? Is that what you're trying to say? Is that the line of thought that's going on in your head? Yeah. Okay. All right. You know what? I was trying to hold it in, but yeah. No. In the video. Final thoughts time. This video was all over the place with its message, and at the end it all boils down to a message about people using the word racism to silence others during political discussion, which is cool, I guess. But my god, you do such a piss poor way of explaining this. It's all over the place with no coherent thought or coherent explanation. You just get diarrhea of the mouth and spew the first thing you think of. Didn't your parents ever teach you think before you speak? I think that lesson should have been taught here. You unintentionally make yourself out to seem very ignorant and unknowing in this video, which it boils down to 4 minutes of you putting demographics in a box. The next time you decide to talk about topics such as this, be sure to have a coherent thought and that everything you say makes sense, because this video was not only lost in translation, but it ended up sounding like the most politically fueled Sky Williams and or Tony Lauren rant. The incoherent ramblings of a nearsighted person.
I really want to talk about the title, which is Why Cop Killers Are Black Heroes, because I really wanted to clarify it, because it seems like usual, white media just don't understand us Negroes, just don't understand us African people fighting for resistance.
White media, huh? I think you yourself don't understand us Negroes, especially with the subject matter at hand. But please, Malcolm No Chill, do enlighten us Negro folk.
First and foremost, let's define what the police is, who they are, who they be. The police, okay, is a tool of coercion that is used by the ruling class to continue the status quo. Currently, we live in an unfair, economic, parasitic, capitalistic system that oppresses African and colonized people of the world, okay?
And we're off to the races. Your definition of police, never mind that you did your own little spin on it because, you know, corrupt cops, which the actual definition is different, but we'll let him have his makeshift moment here. Back at the fact that you yourself want to talk about the economic system being unfair and parasitic to blacks and other colonized people, which is deliciously funny, since you yourself thrive off that unfair economy pretty well with a good upbringing, making money off of grieving mothers and asking for respiration from people gullible enough to fall for your hollow con act. Oh, don't mind me, I'm just sipping my tea.
Where 80% of the people of this world do not have access to clean water, okay? So for that to continue, for the minority to rule the majority of resources and keep the people who have the rightful ownership to those resources, African and colonized people, you have to have a system of complete and utter violence, which is the police. They are the reason why a starving poor person cannot go into a store and get him some food, because the police will come and use violence, okay? Put him in prison, beat him, maybe even kill him.
Can I see one shred of proof of that? Like a news article? Video? My brother, I'm not doubting your claims, but it'd be great to see some proof behind it. If police officers use violence against the homeless, then I would love to see some proof of that. Damn, Black Hitler, if you're gonna stir the people up, then at least back your shit up.
Have been killing African and colonized people left and right. But now with video footage, we see it on a daily basis. We saw what they did to that sister's boyfriend when he was just reaching for his identification. We saw what they did to that brother who was just selling CDs. We saw what they did to a child who was just walking home from the playground, okay? And then Barack Obama wants to call these cop killers, okay, these African heroes, these African martyrs, okay, of the African resistance, cowards. Let me tell you who the fucking coward is, Barack Hussein Obama. A coward is an armed, organized force that murders unarmed black people.
Color or not, taking the lives of innocent people because in your warped sense of self you believe them to be the enemy makes you no different than the enemy themselves. Micah Johnson's actions should not be praised for, if anything, condemned, because when in our history has two wrongs ever made a right?
The coward is an armed, organized organization who murders African children on the playground, African children in their bed, an African woman on a road trip, Sandra Bland. That is a coward.
When you mention black children on the playground, I know exactly who you mean. And for those of you that don't know, he's talking about Tamar Rice, the 10-year-old who was shot by police officers who mistook his toy gun for an actual gun. I say this because Brother Kazi misplaced that information. Yes, it's fucked up and a mistake by the police officers, but it would still be good to know. Even if you bring up all the actions done by police officers and you paint this violent mural of unjustified deaths to blacks, you're forgetting one thing. What about the other millions of cops all over the world? What about the black males and females who they themselves are cops? Or the ones who actually risk their lives to protect the citizens? The police force in America today is not above sin, but lumping 1 million of cops in the same category of a few bad eggs should speak volumes of the massive amounts of wrong in your tangent.
That is the coward, okay? A coward is you, Obama, who sits in the White House and signs papers to send drones to Somalia to kill 150 people just so y'all can acquire the oil that is under Somalian land, okay? That is a coward. Cowards sit in the White House and set off bombs all around colonized land in Africa and in what you call the Middle East. That is cowardly.
So I looked up some of your accusations. Flat out conspiracy theories with no cold hard evidence to back it up. Good to see that Uru brainwash is coming in handy.
I don't see cowards as one person. Micah X was one person, okay? Gavin Long was one person that armed themselves and fought a heavily armed, heavily organized force.
Fighting a heavily armed force? Oh, you mean sniping off multiple police officers during a peaceful protest? Because if that's the case, I think you and me have a different outlook on what a fight is.
And won, because they got more numbers in the game. You feel me? Okay, first and foremost, what we see that is an act of self-defense. How dare you put us through 500 years of colonialism, 500 years of slavery, 500 years of oppression and killing our men, women, and children left and right, and you expect nothing to happen to you? It's just not going to go that way anymore. You have this license just to kill Africans, but Africans cannot retaliate? No.
Oh joy, this argument. I can feel my ancestors of the world rolling over in their graves from the amount of straight niggerdom in this tangent. Self-defense? I didn't know that police attacked him from the room he locked himself in. Brother Kazi, it's good to know that out of all your cherry-picked black history, you at least remember that. But tell me, my privileged little oppression machine, Mr. Clan with a tan. Do you know that killing a bunch of cops still make you a killer? Do you know that you're spitting in the face of every slave 500 years ago when you disregard their sacrifices and their deaths by repeating history instead of making your own?
Like that anymore. So y'all need to. Let me not even go there.
Your ass was already there 23 seconds ago. but that's none of my business. This tea on point.
The only criticism I can give Micah X and brother Gavin Long is that they were not organized and fought for power, because that's what a revolutionary organization does that I'm a part of. We're fighting for power. But what they did was show an extreme force of protest and show that the African community is tired, and we are fighting for freedom. We are fighting for change. We are fighting for power. We are fighting for an end to us being treated like animals and being murdered left and right by these cowardly cops, okay?
So killing cops is the sign of change. Brother Martin, I am so sorry you have to see this. We failed you miserably. If we're fighting for an end and to not be treated like animals, then why do we act like animals and destroy our communities and our homes? Because apparently the easy thing to do is to hate with our souls and cry for justice with ignorance and extreme prejudice. I'll drink my tea some more.
Yo! Hello! Truth! We love her! Have me. As per the title page, take it. Clearing the air. He did it. Yeah. Clearing the air. Now what does that mean? Alright, we need to get some shit straightened out in this video.
By clearing the air, does that mean you're gonna finally grow up and act like a bunch of adults? Or are you gonna just do something completely stupid that's just gonna make you sink down lower than you already are?
Should we get pretty serious video? Yeah, it is a serious video because a lot of the serious as we want it, but yeah, people are spreading rumors and talking about, you know, gossiping, this and that.
I'm not even halfway into the video, and the only thing crazy about this video is how you two are stalling for time and stuttering over your words.
Just like, you don't need to talk about your shit. I mean, that shit is like, we know it's not true. Duh. But I mean this is like, yeah, this is not a gaming related video. It's just.
Well, it's something not game related. This ought to be interesting.
It's one of those things, like, it just needs to stop. We just wanted to address everyone in general that tries to make responses to us. Video responses, comments, whatever. That when we own you in game world.
Owning? What you mean, blocking every comment and deleting it because it doesn't agree with what you say?
Like, okay, let me just get this out in the open. I'm brainwashed by him. Yeah. Why is that? Is it because I'm younger than him? Why is that?
Well, you know, a lot of people wouldn't say you're brainwashed if you didn't, I don't know, was his personal lapdog all the time.
60 years old.
Yeah.
He's 50. Yeah, you didn't know that. I'm 50. No, none of your business how old we are, but...
I've heard that one, yeah, you're brainwashed.
I'm brainwashed. Who said that? I don't know who said that.
I know where it started from.
Oh, we do, yeah.
And in fact, before we get anywhere, I'll let you finish your point on this, and then I'll tell...
Why am I brainwashed? Is it because we agree on everything?
I wouldn't say you're brainwashed. I would say you're more like swinging from his nuts.
What's wrong with friends agreeing with people?
And trust me, we don't agree on everything.
No, I bet you're about...
If you two don't always agree with what each other says, then, I don't know, maybe you should tell him that he's the last person to be trying to bring up personal attacks, since he's been attacking anybody that had a PSN and saying they deserve to get their account hacked. I think that's a personal attack, don't you think?
A lot of these things that we hear, rumors.
No.
I mean, that's really
all of them are.
They all stem from one person that we're not going to mention names, but the fact is, because
that's not what this video is about.
Right, but it's not about that person. It's just about the fact that where that shit comes from is
they read it and they believe it.
Well, maybe if you didn't carry yourself like a douche-on man-dick asshole, nobody would believe those rumors. Because you look and you act like you gave a few girls a black eye.
Yeah.
Would go, blah, 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 like, I know these people. Like personally.
No.
And then that person, this guy or whatever, would spread the rumor or say, just talk shit, you know. And then the people that don't...
Look at the comment before this, and you'll see what I think.
And then the people
you haters know that you don't believe it. You're just trying to use that against them.
I find it funny that they are calling everybody a hater when they make Sony and Microsoft sound like something that would rape your daughter if you brought it into your home.
Right. Make us have like an image.
No, I think you do that fine by yourselves.
You shouldn't be making videos with him anymore. Do your own videos. Don't ruin your image. I have an image on YouTube.
Like, what are we in high school?
Yeah, what are we in fucking high school here, people? Grow up.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, after that ingenious speech by Mr. Weeaboos over here, let me just say the following. I don't know what the anybody else is talking about an image. I don't think it's all about, you know, someone saying you need to do your own videos to hold your image. You have no image except for the fact that you have an Adam Sessler receding hairline and you're 2 years older than I am. Yeah, that's kind of, you know, funny. No, I think it's just people trying to stop you and help you out before you fall down faster into the rabbit hole of retardation. I think that's what people are trying to do. And I also find it funny that you're talking about, you know, us growing up when you and Nintendo over there, the ambiguously gay duo of Nintendo fanboys, go on your videos making Sony look like it's the Third Reich.
Like, we're talking about fucking video games, just leave it alone. You know, there's just a lot of stupid ramblings.
Which, funny enough, sums up your videos.
That stuff, you're gone. You're done.
Yeah, you are.
Because, you know,
that's why we block you.
You know, because you know what the truth is? Nah, that's funny. What do I say?
I love it. Yeah.
Truth is that if I say a bunch of facts and go, Sony sucks because of this, they have bad online, their games are shit, they have sequels, yada, yada, and you can turn around and go, you fucking beat your girlfriend, and they say like stupid shit, and you're just like, or like, what was the newest one? What did one read tonight? We're gonna get AIDS from
shoving the Wiimotes up her ass.
That's bullshit, and you know it. You be deleting everybody's comment that even gives you a rebuttal because you can't take what they say because you want to be the truth so badly when in fact you're just a bold-faced lie.
Guys, if you have to resort to these kinds of things, guess what?
You're pretty much put yourself in a corner.
Yeah, this is coming from the same guy who said anyone that had a PSN deserved their credit information stolen. Think about that for a minute.
With anything.
You can't counter a topic. You can't counter a topic.
You can't.
Of course they can't, because you delete their comments and then block them afterwards. Who's really mature here?
Like wrestling. Me and you fucking like wrestling.
Oh, and I skipped a chunk of that video because they were just repeating themselves.
I want to point out another thing. Apparently we get kicked out of GameStops.
Yeah, where the fuck did that shit happen? Where did that start?
I have never got kicked out of a store my entire life. I never stole.
I used to work in a game store.
Game Crazy. Awesome store. I'll miss it, but I know. It's
I hated working there.
I know.
But that's the good side of the point.
Do we get kicked out of game stores? I mean, what the fuck?
I hear that one a lot.
I don't know.
And I guess that's all they got left.
And I guess you're just that blindly ignorant. You know good and well somebody has a good rebuttal against you, and it ain't just the personal attacks. You know that somebody always refutes you in everything that you say, but you know, you don't want the audience to know that, so you decide to delete the comments. I'm sorry for repeating myself, but I feel like that's like something very important to say.
Yes, when that's all you got left is you can't fucking stop us. You can't stop us from owning your fucking stupid ass. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Can you imagine if we were all in a room together? Endem Nation versus the haters.
Well, it's like, this would be like my next videos that we'll do against, like, a supposed person or whatever, right? And we're just going to call their moms fat.
I cut the rest of this video because they're basically rambling and repeating themselves, and I do not need to repeat myself in this freaking commentary again. So let me just give my final thoughts to this. You two are a embarrassment to not only the Nintendo fan base but the gamer community in general. I mean, gaming is supposed to be fun and you just take the fun out of it. I do not need to look on YouTube at two grown-ass men bitching about a company and acting like it's the Third freaking Reich. I do not need to see that. And I like how you say, if you hate our videos so much, why do you watch them? Well, I could ask you the same question. Why the do you make videos where you know good and well that somebody is going to look at this and give out their opinion of what they think on the video? Have you forgotten that this is YouTube and people will always express what they feel about a video? I mean, it's common freaking knowledge, man, that if you put a video up, somebody's not going to like it. Somebody's going to disagree with it. Especially when, you know, berate a certain topic, you know somebody's going to, you know, respond to it. You say that you do these videos because you like to piss people off. Well, by the looks of it, if you really did these videos to piss people off, you wouldn't be deleting comments and blocking people. I mean, if you act hostile towards somebody, they're going to be hostile back. Simple as that. And honestly, when I look at your videos, this is all I'm hearing for you. Hey guys, we're just a bunch of Nintendo fags, and we're going to, you know, talk about Sony and Microsoft and make them look like the devil, and just give you all these asinine reasons why they have so many holes in them that even a blind man can see it. That's what I see.
DiCaprio DeLorean made a commentary on Pie Guy Rules. I better check it out. Well, not only are you proving you're a Teen Titans Go fangirl, you also proven yourself to be a hypocrite. Nice fucking job.
I'm getting the really, really bad feeling he's gonna follow the misinformed tryhard trope.
Hey guys, this is Diego Leiva and welcome to Jack. Today I'm doing a commentary on DiCaprio DeLorean's commentary on Pie Guy Rules' 5 reasons why people still talk about Teen Titans Go. Oh my fucking god. Look, I don't give a shit about Teen Titans Go, and I will let this slide if the commentary was decent. But that's not the case, so I guess I should start right now.
First couple of things to bring up here. 1. Nice change in audio, buddy. Apparently you forgot to turn off whatever fed in the background during your recordings. 2. I'm still getting this weird feeling through my spine just screaming out, why even bring up how you don't care about the show, but you're gonna say or do something that obviously shows you care. And 3, did I mention the audio quality?
Hey everyone, this is DiCaprio Dorn here. I'm sorry if I haven't uploaded anything. I had a cold and I don't think you guys want to hear me all stuffed up and talking like a smoker. Anyways, I'm doing a commentary on Pie Guy Rules' latest video on why people hate Teen Titans Go. Look people, it's 2015, can't we just let go over it now?
Once again, it takes me 10 seconds to find flaws with DiCaprio's commentary. Pie Guy Rules is not bashing the show. He's explaining the bashing of the show. And sorry for saying this, MacBoy Redux, but I need to say this at least 3 times in this commentary.
Oh, we're off to a great start. I guess I'm the only one who thought DiCaprio wasn't even talking about Pie Guy bashing the show. If not, she was bringing up the idea of some people who are still getting pissy about Teen Titans Go. Looks like Captain Conclusion Jumper came to the scene ready to teabag those pesky things such as common sense and listening.
CN will never listen to you, so you stop whining and PMSing over it?
Teen Titans Go already made 2 episodes about this, and this is gonna be a problem later on the video. By the way, if anyone is PMSing here, it's you.
Why couldn't you show the other episode in question? I'm just curious. Also, how's DiCaprio PMSing? Why, because she brought up an issue on how people lose their collective shits over a comedy spinoff? You see, kiddies, this is what happens when you're a tryhard.
If you would like to know my personal opinions on the show, I have other videos that go into detail about that.
I watched those videos for this one. Spoiler alert, he bitches at the episode for being too silly when the episode he reviewed in the video he showed was parroting the serious superhero films, not calling out critics.
Oh my god, are you listening what you just said? First, you don't know if there were 3 or 4 of them? I highly doubt that you watched all of them.
She said they did.
I'm pretty sure they were calling on their critics. Third, he explains in a somewhat calmed down form why their comedy does not work. And fourth, blanket statement.
Yep, here we go. A blanket statement is a vague and non-communal statement asserting a premise without providing evidence. A good example is this whole statement made by Comment Jack, and probably more later on in the video.
Because people can't let go of the fact the original show's over. Commentary over. Oh wait, I still got like 11 minutes left of this. Ugh. And I could be playing some Fighting Vipers right now instead of listening to bitching and whining.
Okay, here's a tip for you. Never assume someone is projecting when you cannot prove it. It's cocky, it's underhanded, and half the time is flat out lying to your audience.
Maybe she made that statement to, oh, I don't know. You know, that thing you use and abuse, like the bushy caterpillar that hangs off your forehead. What I'm trying to say is,
your face.
I skip your skip screen with my own!
Yeah, it is silly to compare little things. You'll come off as a nitpicky jerk who doesn't like anything because of a really little insignificant thing. Game dude. That is all.
Okay, he's not saying it's okay to criticize minimal character change, but the characters being out of character while being painfully obvious.
So you fell into the same misconception that everyone else falls in when it comes to Teen Titans Go. The characters are out of character?
Holy crap, I didn't know you could do that in a comedy spin-off. Also for DiCaprio, you could have easily cut some of these parts out just to get to the point you wanted to bring up instead of just playing it out for that long. In other news, it seems residential fighter for the just, Captain Obvious, wasn't there to bring this statement all together.
Wartime, in the middle of poor time. No cash with more rhymes. Digging my back with a source blind. No shine, living in such a dark world. Silhouette of a cold dream. Whispering what you wanna hear, but all you feel is cold heat. Making what we don't speak.
Ever heard of alternate universes, friends? You need to read Marvel's What If comics, which explore the possibilities of one of their characters doing something different and changing the story to be unlike the original character. Or stories or episodes where the character is in another world or theme. Hey, this is relating to a comic book based show, so why not use real comic book logic and arguments to back up my points?
But there's no signs of Teen Titans Go taking place in an alternate universe. Even if it did, the characters need to be in character in some way.
Yet, it is obviously shown that Teen Titans Go does take place in an alternate universe and is played up in a more cartoony and comedic way. How the fuck no one sees this?
So if we feel attached to something, you have to feel obligated to watch every episode of spin-off for that thing. Well, better watch Extreme Ghostbusters play Majora's Mask, because even though I don't like those things, I must see her play them. And I have to because I like these things. Seriously, no one has to do this. I don't think anyone thinks this way. I mean, sure, you might do this if you're like a reviewer of a game, movie, book, music, or movie. But most people aren't reviewers, Pie Guy, so not everyone's gonna think like that.
Okay, there's a difference between feeling obligated and being obligated. Example. If you like Family Guy and cannot stand the Cleveland show, nobody's forcing you to watch the Cleveland show. But you may feel forced anyway. And that's a key phrase there. May. Not everyone who hates Teen Titans Go could be obsessed with ranting on it.
It's kind of the whole we boo because we want to cheer. People will keep watching because once upon a time the show was something that they liked and wanted and are still hoping desperately that the show is going to somehow change to fit their demands.
That rarely ever happens. TV shows run by executives, you know. They run Nielsen tests to see what people want, might take fan suggestions. Why does everyone live in this fantasy world where they think, if I bitch over this, they'll listen to me? That's not how it works.
Again, Teen Titans Go already made 2 episodes that clearly stated that the show is listening to their critics.
Bringing up those 2 episodes in question doesn't change what she says is right. Still have that mindset, and they will always have that mindset.
Not everything unsuccessful is bad, you know. I mean, look at Class 3000. That didn't do so well. Hell, anyone barely remembers that show, but it's still a good show. And this counts for video games as well. The Dreamcast wasn't successful, but people say it's a great console. Heck, wasn't even the greatest consoles, and warn it's lost. This is getting too easy right now to debunk your points.
But in my case, it took me 6 minutes to find a good one of yours. No, seriously, this is the first decent point, and it took me 6 minutes to find it.
Congratulations! You found a decent point! Tell him what he's won, Johnny! Johnny? Oh. Right. Johnny's been dead for years. I'm so alone.
That number is probably 8 million and still rising.
Blanket statement, blanket statement, blanket statement, blanket statement, blanket statement, blanket statement, blanket statement.
You can say blanket statement all you want. Doesn't mean you're right. Also, is it what you're doing considered a, blanket statement? Dear God, I hope this wraps up soon.
Online, the commercials they give are for Teen Titans Go, so it's going to be fresh in people's minds and makes people want to keep going online and talking about it. Especially because of one particular way that Cartoon Network likes to advertise it. They gave the show the tagline, "Your New Favorite Show," and they use that tagline very, very often. So naturally, this upsets people who don't like the show.
If you're getting mad over something like that, please reevaluate yourself, because it's not like Dad saying, this is your new favorite show, you can't like any other show, you have to like Teen Titans Go. Taking a joke a little too seriously, don't you think?
Okay, even then, it's clearly understandable why people are upset by this.
It's obvious. It's also obvious that she's talking about how sad it sounds that people get agitated over a marketing ploy to make Teen Titans Go a commercial success. Marketing to the audience 101. BT dub, it's more proof, not another. Do you even English?
Titans Go gets the SpongeBob treatment with constant reruns and marathons.
They did this with Adventure Time and regular show, but those shows get a free pass because they're good. And knowing your feelings towards Teen Titans Go, I can see why you complain about Teen Titans Go doing this. And CN's other shows are guilty as well. Whatever network has it, of course they're gonna air a lot of it. Stupid Ed.
Teen Titans Go airs like 20 times a day. Adventure Time and regular show air half the runs. At most.
Yeah, now they do. But back then, it was rerun crazy because they wanted to promote these shows like crazy, just like what they're doing with Teen Titans Go. She didn't explain it properly, but that is what she was trying to say.
And lastly, number 5, perhaps my most important point is that the show has actively responded to its criticism. The show has made 2 episodes, Let's Get Serious and The Return of Slade.
I fucking know it!
Redundant statement is redundant.
Actually, CN airs our shows frequently too. And we have this thing called DVR. You record the shows you like and only watch those episodes of the show. Man, I bet his mind will be blown when he finds about DVD.
What the fuck does this have to do with anything?
GG, being entertaining is a sin, guys. Well, rip my channel!
A beautiful face without a name for so long. Beautiful smile to hide the pain. Did you ever know that you're my hero? And everything I would like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle.
Since then, they died down a little bit, and then of course they flared up months later when these episodes happened to air. It's one of the things you have to be careful of when making an animated show, as they take months and months to be made and then to be aired. That is why people are still talking about Teen Titans Go. And if you don't believe me on any of these things, I have one last piece of evidence that should hopefully convince you. Yeah, right, some petitions and death threats to people who worked on the show. So of course they might try and call the people on their BS.
It's getting really out of hand.
Why speed this up? You could have just cut to where you wanted to be. Better question, how the fuck does it work that you skip to the parts you talk on, but you don't do it for this?
People would still think the same of the show, they would still hold the same opinion, but I guarantee you people would care less, people would talk less, people would say it's bad and then move on. But people are attached because of all of these factors, and that's why Teen Titans Go is still being talked about. Now, personally, I don't want to talk about Teen Titans Go anymore.
Yeah, but it did become popular due to word of mouth. But do you know that? Breadwinners actually has a fan base like Teen Titans Go, so really word of mouth, that kind of doesn't change a thing having its fans. Sure, it might seem weird or foreign to you guys having this show have fans, but everything has its fans. Why doesn't anyone get this?
When did he say Teen Titans Go and Breadwinners don't have fan bases? Is it on a deleted scene on a DVD I never found?
You actually bring up a decent point in this. Honestly, Pie Guy never brought up that Teen Titans Go and Breadwinners don't have fan bases. Dillon's point sounded off on this part because she clearly did that either to counter what the minority thinks or what she felt Pie Guy meant. Either way, it was jumbled together and poorly said. Hell, everything in this video is poorly said. This is Pie Guy. How the fuck do you mess this up? Oh god, where do I begin? Okay, first, both commentaries were pretty bad. they were utter shit. Alright, so let's start with dear old Comet Jack, eh? Let's start with him. Not only did you completely jump the gun on half your points and, shoot yourself in the foot on just assumptions alone, the mic quality was so shite that it didn't help your already glaring issues when it comes to your delivery and your speech. You come off so bland and hollow, even when you're trying, that it's like watching a finless dolphin swim in circles. It's trying its hardest, but you're just waiting for someone to put it out of its misery. Had some good points that you brought up, yet just like you said with DiCaprio, they were few and far between. Especially when you decide to call her a Teen Titans Go fangirl. Also, how is that an insult? How is that an insult these days? You like a show and you're a fan of it. What's the big fucking deal? DiCaprio's video itself was just confusing as shit too. I don't know if she was refuting the things people think about the show or this was directed at a Pie Guy, and the fact that she was speaking 50 miles per hour didn't help either. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. One was slow and the other one was too fast. DiCaprio's video wasn't great. But yours exactly didn't come out smelling like roses either.
Evolution. Noun. It's the gradual development of something, especially from a simple to a more complex form, including productive advances in technology and innovation like cell phone devices, more cutting-edge vehicles, better cleaners, and so on.
Why, thank you, Mr. Guptill, for that valuable lesson you just taught us. I learn something new every day I look at your videos. You're a saint.
Product logos also evolve. Every so often, there's a change to the logo, and it's to get people to buy the item, to pay more attention. Lately, however, a small number of trademarks have been modified so drastically that it's become a bit of an inconvenience. Now,
Is it because people know that G is short for gay?
But I just find that some of these insignias don't work well. Take Nike, for instance. With the previous designs, you could easily recognize what the brand name was. Today, the current seal is just the swoosh.
Oh no, it doesn't say Nike anymore, it just has the swoosh. Whatever shall I do?
The same can be mentioned for Gatorade. Currently, it's called G. You might be able to make out the tiny letters that spell Gatorade on the bottle, yet the fact that it's referred to as just G still stands. Furthermore, the commercial series titled What's G that premiered the name change didn't even display the beverage.
Is it because people know that G is short for Gatorade? Is it because people can see the lightning bolt logo and still know that it's Gatorade? Ooh, I got one better. Is it because people really don't care about the logo change as long as the taste still stays the same? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Why is it a problem again?
First, I thought it was a new shoe company, and I continued to think that until I saw the refreshment at my local supermarket. Nonetheless, I believe the gold trophy goes to Chrysler. This automobile manufacturer has had a variety of symbols since the 1930s. It's interesting to see the amount of creativity over the years, but at the same time, though, it's ridiculously confusing. Nowadays, you'll most likely come upon the 1990 Pentagon emblem or the 1998 Winged emblem. Once again, if you're new to the automotive world, or if you've gotten so used to the newest seal, chances are you'll be asking someone, hey,
yes, tell me, what does that Pentagon symbol mean? Is it Chrysler? I know it says it on the side of the doors, but I want to be sure nonetheless.
Take a gander at Pepsi. You can see a clear progression in the logo design, and the most modern version isn't completely unrelated to its predecessors. Aside from big, awkward alterations in trademarks, another thing that's irritating is the method of remodeling buildings that serve the public when they don't appear to need it. The only time an establishment really needs to be revamped is if it is decaying or if it's been vandalized. For example, the Dunkin' Donuts in my town used to have this
Hello, he's Guptill89. He complains about crap, so you don't have to. And I really mean you don't have to.
Signboard on the side, similar to this one. The inner part was white, and it gave the indication of being inviting, all right. Now, the sign out front has been switched with a shinier one that has the current insignia. The roof is a beige solid roof, and the inside is
Look at my flashy effect edit cut, so you don't realize that what I'm talking about has no significance to you.
And the interior. Why move the counter all the way over so it's next to the wall? That's just a waste of moolah. What's the point, anyway? To get with the times? Or, once again, maybe it's to catch a person's eye.
Guptill! Hey, Guptill! I don't know if you realize this, but you just answered your own question!
In a nutshell, modifying emblems and redesigning buildings can be an important factor to society and commerce. Just please don't radically transform logos to the point of confusion, and please consider alternatives to rebuilding or repainting a structure unless it's absolutely necessary.
I got one thing to say to you and to everyone that is going up against me. You think that just by showing me a video of what I am means that I should give up. I got one thing to say to you. Fat chance!
If someone makes a video about you, I think it's time for you to call it quits. I mean, they called you out on everything, and it's true. So please do us all a favor, get your head up out your ass, and look at the light of day for once.
If you think you got me right there, you try to set me up everything so that way Supersonic 407 could make a commentary on me, which of course he needed help with, a little bit of help of friends.
Okay, one, who in the hell set you up? Last I remember, you set yourself up for all this crap to happen because you were acting very ignorant and very butthurt about so many things. And yes, I'm using butthurt because this is basically how you were acting.
I was the bait here. You lured me into your trap, and now I'm going to set myself away to break free from this trap.
Dude, all you did was get called out on your BS. About every YouTuber on YouTube gets called out on their BS on a video one way or another. The problem is, unlike the many others, you basically couldn't handle it with any testicular fortitude or maturity whatsoever, so you decided to pull the biggest rage quit since Jack Films 1 and just say everybody's a bunch of bullies.
In fact, there were other witnesses in this stand. Man, there's Danny, Brandon, and I can't remember who the heck that other guy was. But even though he won't help me, I also have other friends that really do count on me. If you think I'm going to be giving up, then you're sadly mistaken. 'Cause I am no quitter when it comes to YouTube. The Lord would want us to keep marching forward. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep marching forward until the day I can no longer march forward. You think that you can stop me by blocking away, by just making me look like a buffoon. But
you basically do that yourself.
The only buffoon I see around here are you. So, if you really think you could try to stop me, then stop me. But
He make my start and my past commentaries look like a speech impediment.
Doing something that can physically do something. Oh yeah, that's right. If you do that, you'll get arrested.
Dear sweet tap dancing Despicable Me minions on a pogo stick while the freeze gun is on. That is the single-handedly most narrow-minded, retarded thing I ever heard someone say on YouTube. Dude, no one has to physically stop you. They can make videos like this, calling you out on certain things, and it'll be done.
Which proves to you that all simple cowards you are. And which of course I'm pointing out to those who are hackers. And by the way, Supersonic 407, I think Danny would be very disappointed in you when she finds out that you are nothing more than a person who is trying to put a commentate on someone that fell into someone else's trap. I may have deleted the proof, but it's pretty obvious by now that you were the one that set me up. And if you think no one's going to believe me, why don't we just ask the people that were in this conversation? In fact, let's even bring up your mother.
I would also like to add that even if he had those said videos up, or the proof he calls it, he still didn't have jack squat on anybody because he set himself up yet again. And also, why are you bringing his parents up into this? They have nothing to do with this entire conversation, which makes your argument null and void.
And you just... And now... Supersonic 407. There is one word that I am pronouncing onto you. And that I quote, you are a fraud. A big good for nothing coward that's afraid to show his face forward. Instead, uses lackeys so that way he can find the flaw in his commentary.
Wait, aren't you doing the same exact thing that you're basically calling him out on? Yeah, that's a bit hypocritical, don't you think?
Flaw in the person's speech or whatever, Skyping speech, whatever. And you know, you cowards like you shouldn't even be commentating on me.
Can you give us a reason why he's a coward and why he shouldn't commentate on the likes of you? But considering what this video is, you probably are just gonna jump to another subject.
So, I have the rest of the YouTubers. What do the YouTubers think? Everyone, what do you think? Do you think he is a fraud? Because if you've been commentated on before, then everyone around here will actually believe this. Especially Cindy the Hedgehog 1 and the fangirl. And probably, yeah, that's right. I think you set it up, the fangirl, just to think that a lot of people don't like Justin Bieber.
A lot of people don't like Justin Bieber. And again, she wasn't set up. She should have known when she made a video like that, somebody was going to make a commentary on it. Just like you should know, whenever you say something really stupid or out of line, you should know that somebody's going to respond to this.
Bieber, whatever. Exactly. And you also set up this guy telling him about Transformers. And you probably set it up Cindy the Hedgehog 1 with that parody. Which proves to you that I think he got this idea from you. Each and every one of them got the idea from you. And they fell into your trap. How low can you go?
I can ask you the same thing.
That is so sad. A poor boy that can't find someone to commentate on, that he just makes his own commentary.
I'll tell you what's sad. A so-called 17-year-old kid with the mindset and the brain of a 5-year-old child who uses his best friends as a shield deletes certain videos just so he doesn't look like he's in the wrong when in actuality he is. And then says that everybody's a bunch of bullies when they speak the truth about him. That's sad.
You just made a terrible mistake, Supersonic 407.
Yes, you made a terrible mistake calling me out on my BS. Now I'm going to cry to the cyber police and have you backtrace cause you done goofed.
In fact, everyone else seems to be even helping out with this. Watchutsu may have not known this, but she may have not understand what's going on. What's going on here is I'm being set up. Everyone else was being set up by Supersonic 407.
Again, you bring up the I was set up thing again. No, you weren't set up. You got caught. Deal with it.
No. One thing I really don't like are cowards. Because they are afraid to go at someone like a Christian. That's what set you up. You were so afraid that you could not give up that you had decided just to make commentaries on me. That's not gonna work on me. I'm the person that ignores everything and keeps moving on, no matter what the cost.
Okay, class, let's see what was so wrong with that statement he just said. Let's see. 1, you say that you don't like cowards, yet you're the biggest one yourself for using someone as a human shield because you can't fight your own battles. 2, you say that he can keep making commentaries about you and you'll ignore them and whatnot, yet you're clearly making a video about the situation at hand. Yes, you deleted this video, but I got proof of this. So, you're a hypocrite, you're a moron, you don't really live up to what you say, and above all, you are a butthurt recolor artist, lol cow.
If you think, and now I wonder, I have to be right on this one because I think you just left a flaw right into your sleeve. Of course, you think no one will believe me. Then let's see what the people say. Do you think you believe me? That includes all the ones who've been commentated by Supersonic 407. And I believe that you must have set it up, Chief Shadow also. And you never even got to tell Watshutsu. Because you were afraid that if she found out, she would go against you. But instead, at least you got the ultimate price you paid on the third-degree commentary. Shadowstorm might even point this out. And he may agree with me. So, what do you think? Do you have anything else up your sleeve? Or are you about to admit defeat? Because you, Supersonic 407, have been defeated once and for all.
Okay, I basically cut that video because I want to spare you guys the mindless prattle that's just gonna go on in the rest of this said video.
So I'm reading my comments, and this one says, "You're not Japanese. Your Japanese sucks. Honestly, I was struggling to understand it." Well, obviously you don't understand that, the simple fact that I am Japanese.
As I said in my last video, if she's Japanese, then I'm Irish. Top of the morning to you and kiss my shillelagh.
Duh. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've been saying it for, the past how many videos?
You said in about, 3 or 4 videos, and oh yes, nobody still believes you because, oh yeah, you don't look Japanese. You don't sound Japanese. Not all of the Pocky and manga and anime in the world will never make you Japanese. So get that through your head right there.
Yeah, obviously you're not Japanese, so you won't understand.
You're a special kind of stupid, aren't you?
So, whatever. I'm sorry you're retarded.
And this is coming from someone who cold-heartedly believes she's Japanese. Yes, we're retarded because we don't follow in your own little cocaine-filled fantasy land that you're Japanese. So allow me to say the 2 follow-ups. Hypocrite! And foul!
This is why I'm on here, to help people that aren't Japanese get somewhat close to the awesomeness of Japan and its culture. So, posting comments like that is just really stupid because obviously you wouldn't understand it. You're not Japanese, so.
Hey, MagicalPockyUsagi, I got something to tell you. You're not Japanese either.
Like this one. I doubt that you even live in Japan. Well, I mean, I told you I lived in America right now. I absolutely hate it. I would love to go to Japan.
Whoa, 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 wait, right there, right there. Aha! I caught you in your lie. Ha 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 ha! You want to go to Japan? Wait, I thought you used to live in Japan. As you'll see, she'll try to like change up her whole entire story, but you got caught red-handed. You got caught like Bill Clinton with Monica Lewinsky with his pants down and a cigar in his mouth. Oh, damn.
I mean, I used to live in Japan, but I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. But, let's read some more. All that Japanese stuff probably isn't your stuff. Well, you know, this is what I have to say about it. You're just jealous.
Why would I be jealous of something that is not true? Seriously, I want to know what you're smoking or drinking, because if it makes you think all of this, then I need some of that.
Like, seriously. All the stuff that you've seen is 100% mine. 100% Japanese, 100% Akamis. Deal with it. You know, I'm sorry you don't have as much Japanese stuff as I do, but you know, you just have to get over it because...
I don't want to be the most brutal guy on YouTube when I say the following, but, yeah, no one gives a fuck about all the Japanese stuff you have. Honestly, no one really cares, or they never will care. Even an otaku like myself don't give 2 cents about all the stuff you have from Japan. While you're over here sounding so conceited and full of yourself, like, yeah, I got all of the best stuff out of Japan. Yeah, I'm so awesome. You know what you can do? You can take all your Hello Kitty fans, your Pocky, and your anime, you can shove it up your narrow wannabe Japanese ass for all I care.
That's life. And, you know, ordinary people can't get what they want. But me, Japanese princess, I can get whatever I want.
Wow. Wait, what's that, honey? You actually want to say something. Oh shit, here we go.
Okay, I just have a few things to say. If you think you are so Asian, can you speak a sentence in Japanese? Just one sentence, and then can you show us what your parents look like? Your real parents, not fake ones down. Don't do Photoshop or anything. Just your real photographic parents. Or a birth certificate, because I don't believe a damn thing he's saying. Anybody can buy artifacts. Alright? Anybody. I got an Asian necklace, you know, over there on the dresser right now. That don't make me Asian.
So, in your face. And... well, these comments are kind of mean.
Welcome to the internet.
Oh, here's one. You rock. So, blank what these people say. Thank you. See, I like people like that.
Lies are easy to believe, but the truth will always hurt.
You deserve a Pocky point. Was it Fabulous Fabu? You get 5 Pocky points. So, matane until next time. We'll go on another adventure with me, Akemi, soon. And we'll also have an art lesson next time. An anime art lesson. It'll be really fun. I'll teach you how to draw anime characters. And, they'll look amazing in Japanese as can be, and maybe we'll even start our own Akemi comic book. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling in the mood for that, so I don't know. I think that's what's going on. You like my hair? I love it. It's beautiful.
I'm not gonna sit by anymore and listen to this crap flying around about furries saying they're sex maniacs,
Which about most of the population is.
fursuits, they have sex in fursuits, and all this bogus crap.
Okay, apparently Freddy Krueger's other kin over here is upset because everybody's talking about how furries are sex-crazed maniacs. most of the population of furries are sex-crazed maniacs. It has been proven in TV shows and on the internet that they are just a bunch of sex-crazed maniacs that wants to yiff anything with a heartbeat. It's been proven about this, so I highly doubt it's anything bogus. And oh yeah, also, half of the furry population that are sex-crazed maniacs are the same ones that are Sonic fags.
How much you want to bet the people that even put this crap out haven't even talked to a furry?
And how much you want to bet that half the people that even said this so-called crap are people that either seen furries, have talked to a furry, or is a furry themselves?
They don't know really what a furry is. How about you go listen to Corral the Ravens, the Furry Song 2009, and then you come back and talk. The song goes, furries are an internet subculture.
Okay guys, don't worry, I'm going to explain why I put that buzz clip in there. I'm not just going to use a buzz clip and then go on to the freaking video. The reason I did it is this. Furries are not an internet subculture. They're pretty much out there. If it's an internet subculture, then it would stay on the internet. But it's not. It's also shown on television in certain shows like CSI or MTV. Hell, they even show furry conventions on television. So, I guess it's not an internet subculture now, is it? I think someone needs to get their facts straight.
Who are fans of anthropomorphic animal characters, and they bring them to life any way they can. Costume, illustration, roleplay, animation. Anthropomorphic means like human, but not entirely quite human. And that's all it is. They're not these sex maniacs. They're not... Oh my god. I just don't know.
Is it me, or do you see that guy in the back all like, I heard sex? Oh, it ain't sex? Oh, it's just him bitching about something.
I don't know about all the haters. Oh, and one thing that really torques me off. The saying, yiff in hell, fur fag. What the heck? What the heck? Yiff, for the people that don't know, is like the furry sex thing. And like, yiff in hell, fur fag. That is haters saying every furry is gay or whatever. And I'm just sick of all this crap being spewed from this person's mouth that probably doesn't even know, let alone has seen a furry in real life.
Or maybe he has seen a furry in real life and this is what he thinks of them. It's all how you look at it.
No. I've seen it on 1,000 Ways to Die on Spike TV, CSI on Spike TV. What else was there? Oh, I just saw a Jimmy Fallon thing. Well, not Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Kimmel Live. Oh my god. I don't know. I just give up, you know? Hey, I guess this will really get the haters flowing, but I'm actually a furry myself.
What?
Oh my god, I did not know you was a furry. Holy crap, the egg on my face. I am so shocked. I knew you was a furry the very moment you start talking about this video. Not really surprising.
I'm actually wanting to get a suit. Here, where's the stuff I had? Hold on. I had something.
Can someone please explain to me what the hell my boy is talking about?
It's even here.
Also, don't mind me. I'm just watching my son make a complete ass out of himself over the internet.
More. Grandma might have moved it. Don't even see it. Damn. Oh, here it is. I think. Yeah. When I get more fur, I'm actually going to be making a fursuit. You see this? Velboa, white fur, Arctic fox fur. Well, I'm trying to make it look Arctic fox. But still, I'm a furry. You know what? Bring on the hate comments. I'm just going to disprove your theories with this video.
Never a good idea to just start egging people on and say, bring on the hate comments. Because you know what? You won't be able to handle all that hate. You really won't. You're going to get so many hate comments. You're going to get millions upon millions of them, almost to the point where you just feel like doing the following. Yeah, that pretty much is going to happen. Because the definition of a furry is a person who dresses up as an anamorphic character and tries to act human and do everything that a human does, but in animal form. So sex is going to be a part of that. Unfortunately, there are some furries out there, about half of the population, that are sex-crazed deviants and post really sick crap up that would just make a regular person cringe. So the whole idea about furries being sex-crazed maniacs is freaking true. They are. Another thing, furries being internet subculture is a flawed statement because, well, if they're internet subculture, why the hell are they on TV? Also, you just disproved your little theory even more by saying that you show them on shows like CSI, 1,000 Ways to Die, and all these other TV shows. If they're internet subculture, then why are they on TV? Want to know? I'm waiting! That's about it, guys, for this commentary. Leave a comment below and tell me what you think about it, because this is Louden Styles, and I say good day. I say good day!